All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Complexity Casting presents HoN Tour Live. I'm your casting host, Beef, and well, this is HoN Tour cycle number 4, Diamond, lower round 2. Gonna have Mistral taking on Domain of Pain. You might say, who the heck is Mistral? And well, that's why I've notated here in the stream title. They are formerly known as N9 Gaming, and you might say, who the hell is N9 Gaming? Well, I might say they are formerly known as DrDz Esports. Okay, so Pew and his buddies, they've gone through a couple of name changes here in the past few weeks, but eventually finding a new sponsor here in Mistral. And once again, guys, just like last week, I'm still struggling to try to not get sick. I never got full-blown sick, so I'm still kind of trying to fight with it, and my body's not exactly winning right now, so I'm going to do my best. Been solo casted for 12 hours yesterday altogether between Heroes of Newerth and StarCraft 2, so trying to keep my voice up and be able to cast for you guys here today, and I'm going to do my best, but do forgive me if I have to pause to mute the mic to cough or something along those lines. But Mistral taking on Domain of Pain, and DoP, well, they've been looking pretty good. They've shown up this weekend. This is going to be the first cycle in which they have not had a forfeit loss, so that's good. Going to be making it into lower round 2 here, so they're going to stay in the Diamond division and even taking it to a 3-game series against Complexity yesterday. Looking strong in that respect, so I'm really excited to see them play against Mistral here. And, well, it's going to be pretty awesome. I believe that the winner of this is going to be taking on somebody from the other bracket. Might have been Pencils versus One Trick Pony. I think that's who this was going to be playing. Not sure just quite yet, but should be an awesome series anyway. And I hope that you guys enjoy it because I know that I am excited. Let's get on into the game. Blind bans, Ophelia and Parasite have been banned out for the Legion team, saying, no, Emperor, you play pretty good junglers. We're not too big of fans of those junglers. Hellborn bans out Tempest and Fade, so getting rid of a jungler of their own, but then also getting rid of that map-controlling middle lane ganker there in Fade. I know that they do have some players over there, specifically, well, hold on a second. Fabunco. Oh, Fabunco is playing again. Who did they lose? Fabunco replaced their old support. Damn. I can never remember that guy's name. But Fabunco is here. I'm not sure if that's a permanent change or not, but he was not part of the team, at least for a little while. Going to be playing here for Mistral today. And Fabelli on the hard carry, Pew jungles, Linz is suicide, so must be Karma Diaz. No, who is their other mid player? I don't know. Don't know. We'll see about Mistral. They're having a little bit of roster changes over there in addition to their name changes, so should be fun to see who ends up playing. Yeah, let's take a look at this lock pool. Aluna, Keeper of the Forest, Moon Queen, Wild Soul Pebbles, and Draconis all being banned out here. So a couple strong carries there with the Moon Queen and the Dragon. And holy crap, I mean, Keeper of the Forest and Wild Soul here in the lock. Would not be surprised for each team to pick up one of those. But then you've got strong heroes like Pebbles and Aluna. Man, 6 very strong heroes here in the lock pool, so can't even begin to talk about what's going to be picked up there. I mean, Suicide, Keeper, and Wild Soul, those are probably 2 of the strongest heroes in the game, but so are Moon Queen and Draconis, 2 very sought-after carries, 2 out of the top 3 carries in the game right now, along with Silhouette. We'll see which ones get picked up. Taking a look at the banning phase, Pew chooses to ban out Warbeast, Rally, and Bubbles. So getting rid of the dog in the jungle. That's a lot of junglers that have been banned out in total, I believe. The only one left unbanned, unlocked is Legionnaire and Cthulhufen, because you got to list Cthulhufen when Emperor is playing. But yeah, of course, a lot of them being banned out there. On the other side, we do have Emperor choosing to ban out Jeraziah, Engineer, and Magmus. So getting rid of a very aggressive stun combo there in the middle lane with the Engie Magmus. And then, of course, getting rid of the annoying hero Jeraziah. I mean, I just don't know a single person that likes playing against that hero. I don't know a lot of people that like playing with that hero. He's just annoying. Annoying hero to play with or against, just to have in the game. Gets banned out here. First pick from Pew. Wretched Hag. Fabelli plays a fantastic Wretched Hag. I've seen multiple times this guy. I've seen him get over 500 GPM in the pretty early game. I'm talking the first 20 minutes of the game on Wretched Hag. Just getting way up there with kills, with farm, and just carries it into the late game. Very, very strong carry player. On the other side of things, Glacius Cthulhu. That's what is going to be picked up here by Domain of Pain. I was talking with Emperor last night and said to him, can you guys make a clan called Domain of Pain, please? Or at least just change to a DoP tag, or change the name of the team to DWI. Because every time I look at your name, I see the tag, and I want to call your name or your team DWI. But they're not DWI. You see two people there on KJR, which I have literally zero clue what that is, but that's what Jeppins and Richcar Vroom like to idle their accounts in. But Glacius Cthulhu should be an awesome combination. I'm going to be able to use that Ice Imprisonment and then just run people over with that trample. On the other side, Torturer Legionnaire coming out from this team. So, interesting. All right, so looking at Mistral's team. Going with that Torture, versatile pick. Not sure if they're going to pick up a Luna to try to hard support, or if they're going to use Torture for that hard support. Legionnaire, though, definitely like being able to pseudo tri-lane bottom when you pick up that hero. So I would not be surprised to see Wretched Hag go mid, send them Wild Soul. Now, okay, so it was going to be Wild Soul or Keeper of the Forest in the Suicide. And then Torture plus one of these carries in a pseudo tri-lane down here. The problem is that Moon Queen and Draconis both are very, very reliant on the stacks. And Legionnaire also extremely reliant on the stacks. So I don't like having those heroes next to each other. And so I think I almost want now Wretched Hag to go bottom, Legionnaire jungle, and Pebbles to be picked up here by Mistral. And that is what they're going to do. Okay, so they're going to go more offensive. Torture Pebbles in the middle lane, Wretched Hag solo. And this is, I think, a stronger mid-game team for sure. Not necessarily going to have as much late-game potential as the Hellborn team, which did finish off by going Gravekeeper, Keeper of the Forest, and then Moon Queen. So Testy picks up his hard farmer, and, well, he's going to do what Testy does, and that is farm, farm, farm. But, guys,
let's get it on.
Let's do it. Getting on into game number 1 in this best-of-3 series. Should be fantastic, and I hope that you guys are just as excited as I am. Domain of Pain taking on Team Mistral right here on Colecast. They've been talking about ping all since like the game even started, but holy crap, Fabunco's ping is really high. And this is a USD server, at least it should be. Yeah, but Fabunco over there in Greece, this server must be located in like Ohio or something. Certainly not somewhere on the eastern seaboard. All 5 players of the Hellborn team going to be making their way into the Legion jungle. And Legionnaire over here, he's using his tree to actually cut down some of these trees right here. And reason that you do this, you actually come over here. Well, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can either cut down some trees right here, and then you can take this path right here to actually stack both these camps, or you cut down trees here, and you can stand there, just walk in, drop your axe on top of one of these camps right here, or just walk in right there, and then make your way over to this camp and stack both of those. This also gives you a little hidey hole to save yourself from ganks, so some people do like that one as well. But we'll see in a moment what he's going to be using that for. I do like the hatchet pickup here, though, on Legionnaire. I think that it's a very cool item to have. Very, very useful. It doesn't really matter to add that much damage to your auto attack, but just being able to pull creeps easier and cut down trees, definitely well worth the investment. Looks like Gravekeeper is going to be mid along with Glacius. Testy going to be soloing top as Moon Queen. And the bear going in for a little bit of pull here. The bear is the same speed as Moon Queen, both 320. And right now, we do have Karma Diaz is actually playing the Suicide, so How about that? Zinz normally does play the Suicide, and Pew or Karmadias both play junglers. Testy a bit uncharacteristic, missing the last hit right there. Almost missed 2. But did end up pulling his creeps way back here. Already you see a gigantic lead coming out for the Druids team. No, not at all. 59 seconds into the game, very, very hard to tell where we're at. This lane here in the middle, Pebbles and Torture versus the Gravekeeper Glacius lane. I would almost certainly say that this lane is in favor of Torture Pebbles if they can get the Stalagmites off. They need to catch someone out of position. If the positioning is perfect here from Domain of Pain, the Domain of Pain's lane I think is actually stronger because they have double range. They have a huge amount of harassment potential, and they have a lot of burst potential as well. Their lockdown is not so substantial, not nearly as substantial as the stun from the Stalagmites plus the chain reaction, especially as that chain reaction gets leveled up and gets closer to 2 full seconds. This camp was blocked, I assume. And I didn't quite catch by what. Maybe it might have been a tree dog. In that case, that would be very, very annoying for Zlintz. Because you just, you really don't like having to go into a hard camp right away. You see him having to use all of his auto attacks on this Vagabond leader just to try to get that one down. And when you're only attacking 2 creeps, or more accurately, when only 2 creeps are attacking you, very, very hard to get those spins. Keeper of the Forest doing his thing down here in the Suicide lane. For Bunko doing his best to actually harass him out. But Keeper of the Forest is just so difficult. I mean, look at this. 35% hero damage so far from Wretched Hag. But Keeper is just like, well, I've got level 2 tree armor. And you don't hit that hard, and you're out of mana. So I'm just going to let you do your thing. And I'm not really going to care too much. Middle lane Gravekeeper just trying to throw out some harass of his own, but Rune does spawn top. I think they're waiting for the bottle to come in. 40 more gold until Pebbles can get that bottle, so they're going to go send Torture to actually camp it. No, he does pick it up, and now going to be looking like he wants to do some harassment. Going to try to get in there on Cthulhu perhaps. There's the bear actually walking around a bit. There's chain reaction stun going to be coming on Cthulhu, but no auto attacks. So not really putting that. Oh, Pebbles is in some trouble perhaps. No, a miss on the Defiling Touch. Oh, that's unfortunate. That Defiling Touch could have possibly secured the kill there. A small slow from that one. There's a chain reaction stun coming on 2 players there. But there is Emperor! And down goes Pew. So Emperor in the right place at the right time, just going to come in and secure that trample for the Bloodlust kill. Heraclitus picks up in that kill on Glacius, so he's going to be happy with that. Able to buy an early bottle for his teammate, perhaps, or more likely, he's going to start working on some earlier boots. Always nice when your support can get some money there early. Legionnaire recovering nicely here in the jungle. He's having to spend a lot of money on health potions, I'm sure. But, well, in order to get that recovery, sometimes you do need to invest quite a bit. But as long as you're getting levels, you're probably going to be doing all right on that hero. Oh. I'm sorry, I was watching that the whole time, but I was like trying to fight back a fit of coughing. Ooh. But yeah, in the end, Emperor assists in his 2nd kill in Domain of Pain, off to a 2-0 lead as they take down Karmadias in the Suicide lane. It's going to be nice for them. Wretched Hag still doing very well in the bottom lane, 265 gold per minute But Jeppen's 211. I mean, he's not doing awful by any means. Hag at 25 and 5, whereas Jeppen's is at 18 and 5. And Jeppen's actually going to man up right there. Just throw out an auto attack or two. Gravekeeper in the middle lane getting close to finishing up his ghost marches. In fact, he's sending them out relatively soon. But Pebble's actually trying to go for the stalagmites there. Not quite able to secure that one. Does luck out with a regen rune. Going to be able to chug down his bottle and make his way back toward that middle lane. Torture's got to be careful though. There's the corpse toss, defiling touch, and auto attacks finish off Pew. Heimer grabs that kill. And so for Belly, got to be feeling a little bit bad about leaving Pew in the middle lane. And what the hell? Actually, there's stalagmites going out, but didn't even matter. The trample is there. Chuck back. They're going to be able to finish him off. Yes, their filing touch does finish off for Belly on the pebbles. And I just realized that Fabunco is playing the Wretched Hag. Normally Fabunco, there's a root coming out, and Fabunco will go down. Man, Domain of Pain firing on all cylinders right now. But yeah, Fabelli definitely normally plays the Hag. Fabunco, I've seen him play primarily support. So definitely some weird lane swaps going on here for Mistral. Hero kill lead now 5-0 in favor of Domain of Pain. And Keeper of the Forest picks up those Ghost Marchers nice and early. Going to be able to start working on that defensive tower. Check out Testy's farm in the top lane. 40 and 20. 8 minutes in. It's pretty good. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. That's pretty damn good. Wild Soul at 15 and 3. DrDz just getting shut down in this lane. But Testy on Moon Queen definitely farming well. Missing a last hit here and there. Actually just missed 3 in a row. It's a bit unfortunate. I shouldn't watch him. He gets nervous. Rumble's just using that regen rune as they're going to go up in the top lane. Hasted Cthulhu going to find Torture. Stalagmites go out missing again. And Cthulhu will be able to get on out of there with that haste. Actually going to turn onto Pebbles. The corpse explosion doing a lot of damage. And down he will go. DrDz looks like he got a root there on Emperor. I don't even know how you kill a hasted elephant, but I guess it starts with a root most likely. Gravekeeper still trying to walk down this bear, and we'll be able to. So make that 100 additional gold for Heimer. And Glacius will teleport on out of there. Doesn't want too much to deal with that, as Hag is going to take some auto attacks here. A couple more auto attacks, and that root will finish off Hag. So Fabunco's got to be careful down here. Does not have any more regen, and well, Jeppens is just going to keep on regenning. And Invis right there. 1 or 2 more auto attacks. Middle lane, down goes Heimer. Emperor trying to get in position. Does have, okay, that was a power supply. It was green, and I thought it was an Energizer. There's the trample, as well as the Ice Imprisonment coming out. The Glacial Downpour as well. Chain Reaction does put an end to that, but there's the Obliterate coming out. Torture taking a lot of damage, and 1 more auto attack. Down goes Torture. The taunt from Legionnaire not going to be enough, and Cthulhu able to just walk away. Domain of Pain up 9-2 in terms of hero kills, and was there a kill on the bottom lane? No. Bunko did have to leave the lane though. 229 gold per minute to the 300 now of Jeppens. So talk about turning it around. The Suicide Keeper of the Forest working out very well down there. Fabunco just taking a few too many auto attacks and not regenning up quite enough. Elephant going to come over and grab a regen rune momentarily. And then going to be looking for a kill as well. There's some trouble perhaps for Heimer. He gets the chain reaction, and he's in definite trouble right here. Going to try to turn it around as the trample does come in. Torture, a few more auto attacks will finish him off, but now Cthulhu may be the one that's in trouble. The Chuck goes out, and the Bear going to be able to attack, but not going to be able to get the root. Boots on the Bear, but being blocked by Pebbles. Not able to close the distance in time, and Trample Elephant will get away. Top tower going down in favor of Angry Testy. He's now at 385 gold per minute. Top farmer in the game by a substantial margin, by about 50. Heimer looking to go deep right now, but not going to find anybody out of position as he takes a couple hits from the tower right there. Not a big deal. Lots of people hanging out in the middle lane as Emperor is actually going to try to come around from the side. Maybe look for someone to kill, but in the bottom lane, Keeper the Force manning up. There's the Bat Blast. The root comes out, though, and Keeper will be the one that lives. As in the middle lane, there's the kill onto Pebbles. Legionnaire gets the decapitate onto Heimer, though. That's his third death of the game, while Pericleto stands back and gets a little bit of counter warding done. So trading Pebbles for Gravekeeper. Not the worst trade in the world. Going to be a lot better, though, if Emperor can actually come in here and try to snag something. Actually going to use the hook him on the big creep. Snags the 100 and some odd gold from that and just tramples on out of there. Mistral in a pretty big hole right now. I'm not really sure what their plan is to get out of it. Keeper the Force is actually trapped in here a little bit. Does have a double damage room, but not a whole lot of health to make use of it. Waiting for Glacius before they actually try to go in for a kill here. And might they go in mid? It's a possibility. Pericleto's going to walk on in there and actually drag a creep over. It's a little bit unfortunate. Oh, well, there's Moon Queen coming in on Pebbles. Does get hit by the combo. And all 5 players now in the middle lane for Domain of Pain. Looking to drop this tower. Pebbles coming back in. Does have another combo available. And, well, tower goes down. Legionnaire actually not going to be able to do much of it. Oh, there's a Chuck. Poor man's Mortal Key. The taunt comes out, and Gravekeeper maybe going to get decapitated. There it goes. Undead head rolling around. Big trample. 5-man trample right there. The Obliterate going to come out, and everybody's just spreading. Legionnaire goes down. Torture perhaps going to be shortly there to follow. Where is he going to go down? The root available in 5 more seconds. That was a big trample, though. Emperor just lining him up for that one. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to spin around and get the Obliterate going just in time. But in the end, clean up 2 more kills, make the hero kill lead 13-5 right now in favor of the Domain of Pain. Brized and the boys looking pretty good today. They were looking pretty good yesterday. Couldn't quite muster up a win against Complexity Gaming, but we'll see about this one. Bunko taking a lot of pressure, and down he goes to the corpse explosion. As we saw yesterday against Relo of the Pencils team, Gravekeeper does pretty well against Wretched Hag. Mr. looking a little bit outclassed, a little bit uncharacteristically outclassed, as Hasted Moon Queen's actually going to try to run down the Wild Soul. A nice stun right there on the Minotaur, though. Testy showing off some of that RTS micro. StarCraft Brood War legend at it again. Bottom tower goes down in favor of KJR. No, it's Domain of Pain. But yeah, like I was saying, Mistral, I mean, they're not a top 5 team. Nobody's arguing that they're a top 5 team, as there's a Thunderclaw going off on Keeper the Forest. But a solid like top 10, top 12 team, for sure. And normally when I see them playing against Trademark or Complexity or SG is, there's a route going out on the Fabunko once again. 0-4-0 now on Fabunko. Now let this be a lesson. If you're going up against Domain of Pain or anybody that likes playing Gravekeeper, do not pick Wretched Hag. Gravekeeper absolutely crushes Wretched Hag. But normally when they play against these top tier teams, which Domain of Pain, you can't even classify them as like a top 5 team right now. They're just not consistent enough. Sometimes they play like they are, but they normally do better than this. They don't just get shut down in the super early game. And right now, Mistral is looking outclassed. And well, a lot of it comes back down to the Fabunko. I'm not quite sure why he's playing with them right now. At least he hasn't in the past. As Pebbles tries to get the Stalagmites off right there. There's the chuck, and he will survive for now. So Fabelli playing that one correctly. Bottom tower going to go down now in favor of the Helmborn team. Extends their gold lead up to 13,000 now. Pretty large gold lead to have at 16 minutes into the game. Invis going out onto Gravekeeper. Going to be looking for Wretched Hag. And going to find him right here in a moment. There's the auto attacks. The corpse toss goes out. And the corpse explosion to finish him off. Cheese Helmet picks up his 4th kill. And Fabunko 0-5-0. Yesterday when Relo, a very, very good player, was playing Hag 1v1 against Enzo's Gravekeeper in the middle lane, I believe that he went 0-8-3 on Wretched Hag. So just a hero matchup that seems not to favor the Wretched Hag. She's a very good hero, a very versatile hero. Does not go well against Gravekeeper, evidently. Testy continuing to farm now, just grabbing that Firebrand. Finishes up his Geometer's Bane, plus Steam Boots, plus Whispering Helm here at 17 minutes in. That's what happens when you're near on 500 gold per minute. You pick up real big items real quick in. A lot of players seem to be coming up right here. There's the corpse toss, the auto attacks, another corpse toss and the corpse explosion to finish off Hag. Oh man, the 2 seconds of stun with the defiling touch right there. It's just too much for Hag to handle. 800 life. And she goes down for the 6th time in this game. Oh man, rough days when you're Fabunko. Rough days. Legionnaire does finish up a portal key now. No mana regen items to complement that portal key. No chalice or anything along those lines. So his mana pool is going to be very, very limited. But having that portal key and level 12 certainly going to help to get picked off some heroes like possibly the Gravekeeper. Definitely the Glacius. Bebble's still looking for some farm himself. He's about 700 gold off of finishing up portal key. Not sure if he's going to get there anytime soon, though. Testy comes on in and says, "It's my lane. Get out of here. These are my creeps. Can't have them." Proceeds to kill every single one of them with a wave of multi-strikes. Gravekeeper has picked up his portal key and going to be working on getting some more kills with that momentarily. Torture might be one of those kills indeed. We'll see if he does go in, perhaps waiting for some backup. Paracletos has actually gone for a mana tube in addition to a bound eye, working toward that Storm Spirit. I think Gravekeeper's actually waiting for Torture to come down this way to rotate into the bottom lane before he goes in. But Tort going the safe way does in fact go into the base before going out. Oh, there's the taunt on the Keeper of the Force. Jeppin's in trouble. And there's the Bat Blast. Bunko gets the last hit right there. And got to be happy about that one. Getting himself on the board. And Jeppin's just wasn't aware that there was a portal key on the team. Gets a little bit caught out. Guarantee that one won't happen again. As Heimer looking to close the distance. He's going for Wretched Hag. Get the Jaws music going. Da-dun. Da-dun, da-dun. Dun, 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 dun. Corpse explosion coming out, and boom! Wretched Hag goes down. The zombie apocalypse just too strong. And something I don't like about this Gravekeeper avatar, it does not yell out zombie apocalypse when it summons the zombie apocalypse. So I don't know when to say zombie apocalypse. Come on, just like use the normal one so I can go zombie apocalypse. And then I can be like, and there's the zombie apocalypse coming out. But this guy just doesn't say anything. Pretty sure he doesn't actually have a functioning mouth. I mean, look at that. I don't think that mouth actually functions. Parakletos, 254 gold per minute. Hard support Glacius is 20 gold per minute behind the top farmer on the other team. And Mistral, I mean, they're sticking in this game, but don't know if it's going to be winnable at this point. Concord going down here in favor of the Homeborn team. Doesn't look like Mistral's going to be coming over to try to interrupt this anytime soon. They want nothing to do with this. And Kong does go down. Chesty will pick that one up, and indeed he does. He can actually push the lane out right here. And we'll pick up a creep kill with that illusion. So happy day, happy day, happy day. DoP lane should be coming out right there. The stalagmites do come in. Heimer gonna get in there with the corpse toss. Second corpse toss here onto Wild Soul. Karma Diaz perhaps in some trouble. Gonna wait until the TP goes off before using the root. And not gonna use the TP. And Karma Diaz just says screw it. I mean, I'm dead. I'm not even gonna waste the cooldown. I'm not even gonna waste the TP. Not gonna happen. Legionnaire, even with that portal key, trying to escape right now. But Glacius is hot on his heels. Gonna be able to get off the Thunder Blast. There's the Ice Imprisonment as well. Glacius needs to be very careful that he doesn't get turned around on here, but there's a backblast onto Jeppins. The Moon Queen does go down. Gonna be coming back up though. Double damage. Legionnaire getting in there as well. Sonar Scream going off, and there's the Moon Finale. Down goes Legionnaire, and that's actually a genocide for the Domain of Pain team. I don't even know who else got killed in there. I mean, it was obviously everyone, but there were kills going off in multiple different locations. Wow. Domain of Pain up 22,000 gold, 21,000 experience. Now going to start to push into the base here, 22 minutes in. And Mistral, I mean, they don't want to give up just yet, but they need to fix something in the next game. Otherwise, this is going to be a very, very quick series. Look, actually taking a lot of pressure here with the chain reaction going out, using the trample, but then portal keys on back, stuck in a wall actually, and Emperor is not happy right now because he's gonna die. Oh, Emperor stuck in the wall. He's trying so frantically to get out of there, but he's invis. That's gonna do it. Mistral calls GG, well played, and that does game one. Domain of Pain takes that first one, and they're going to be up 1-0 in this series as we go into trying to finish it up. Just a very, very aggressive strategy, winning all of their lanes. Moon Queen farming the entire time, testing up to 600 gold per minute there at the end. 243 CS in 23 minutes. Okay, you got to subtract the denies from that, but still 211 CS in 40 minutes. Man, oh man, well that is going to do it for that game, guys. This has been Complexity Casting with me, your casting host Beef, bringing you HoN Tour Cycle number 4, Diamond Lower Round 2. Domain of Pain taking on Mistral. And, well, we're going to be going into Game 2 here momentarily, but before we do, a big shout out to S2 Games for allowing HoN Tour to happen, and allowing me to be here casting, and of course to Complexity Gaming for all their support here with Colecast, and to the Complexity Gaming sponsors, Sound Blaster, Origin, QPad, PNY, Twitch, and G8 brand. Make sure to head over to ComplexityGaming.com and check out the brand new Complexity Gaming site. Register an account, and anytime that you might be streaming, your stream will show up if you so want to. So make sure to register an account over there so you can comment on the forums and vote and stuff, all that kind of good stuff. Once again, ComplexityGaming.com. Make sure to check it out, and we'll be right back with game number 2, guys. Don't go anywhere.